In other way, people ask this question, can we really become happy? If yes, how? Because from our childhood onwards, we have not seen a perfect person. In childhood, we thought my father is my perfect superhero. My mother is superwoman. We see they are happy. When we grow up, when we became adults, we have seen they are quarreling each other. Yes, we have seen. For petty things, they are quarreling each other. And we have seen people are unhappy, they are getting deceased. We have seen, we have witnessed the deaths. So nobody is happy. Everybody has some or other, some problems, some troubles they are facing in their life. Every one of us. So that's why we mostly think this is impossible. Can we really become perfect? The general answer is no. No one is perfect in this world. Nobody is happy in this world. But if you see carefully, there are some people who are looks like they're happy. If you Instagram stories, Facebook stories, reels, their posts, they have a smiley picture, they have went to some location, they post their smiley picture. Nowadays, trending, wife and husband, they both make reels. That is a side income. They get silver, gold, etc. And the interesting thing is they make jokes on themselves. The many married people, they make jokes on themselves. Now youngsters mostly they are into some entertaining stuff, Snapchat. Everywhere they are trying to pose themselves, yes, I'm happy. They are trying to prove, yes, I'm happy, I'm perfect. But actually, if you go into their personal life, don't decide a person just based on some one scene, one picture, one reel. No. If you get into their personal life, they are most miserable people. They are trying to show, they are trying to prove to the people, I'm happy, I'm perfect. But in general speaking, nobody is perfect. Nobody is happy. Everybody is trying to become happy. Everyone is trying to become perfect. Material life is that much only. In a material ways, material beings, no matter how much we try to become perfect, no matter how much we try to become happy, we cannot become perfect, neither we can become happy. Because Krishna says in Gita, Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. As much as we try to become happy in this material world, that much we become miserable. It is a known fact. Everybody knows this fact. So, people become, they get facilities. There are some rich people, they get facilities. That doesn't mean that they are happy. That doesn't mean they are happy. They have a lot of money, lot of people around them. But they also face diseases. They also have healthy issues. Yeah. Just can you see? Many big shots, they also have health issues. Doctors are not able to save them. So they are not really happy. They are not really perfect. So in material life, we cannot become happy. We cannot become perfect in material ways and material means. See, we expect I'll become perfect in my knowledge. I happy in my life. That's why we joined in the school, college, got some certificates, 10th class, +1, +2, MTech, BTech, MTech, got some job, got some salary, married to one woman, got nice desired car, desired bungalow. This is a expected life, right? Our hopeful life. But it doesn't happen as we desire many times. As much as we try to become happy in this world, that much we become miserable. Remember this fact. Remember this fact. All of a sudden we become happy. All of a sudden we become miserable. We don't plan for it, but it comes. So it is all because of our karma, previous karma. So factually speaking, we cannot become perfect. We cannot become happy. But interesting fact, an important fact for all of you to should know, we should know this. We are happy. We are perfect. But because of our ignorance, because of our desire for sense gratification, because our expectations and plans for happiness in this world, we are becoming imperfect. We are becoming miserable. The spirit soul, Satchit Ananda, that is a character of the spirit soul. Just like we see, mirchi is spicy, sugar is sweet. That is a natural quality for the sugar, being sweet. Similarly, the spirit soul is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means eternal. The spirit soul never dies. Spirit soul doesn't get diseases. Spirit soul doesn't have any economic problems. The spirit soul doesn't become miserable. Sat, eternal. Chit, fully conscious. The spirit soul is fully conscious. The spirit soul is Ananda, fully happy. But what made us Nirananda? What making us miserable? What is making us temporary? What is making us desire? What is making us imperfect? What is making us unhappy? The reason why we are becoming unhappy, the reason why we are becoming imperfect is just because of our ignorance, ajnana. Because we are ignorant, that's why we get ego. Because we are ajnana, that's why we get ahankar. In that ahankar, in the false ego, we try to do everything according to our plans. Yes, I want this, I will do this. I am doing this. I am doing this. I am the one who is doing it. Krishna says, Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudatma kartahamiti manyate. Out of foolishness, out of ignorance, we think that I am the doer. Actually, we are not the doers. If you see carefully, we are forced to act. We are forced to speak something. We are forced to do something in our life. Bounded by the relationships. We are bounded by the responsibilities. And we feel that, yes, it is needed. I want food. So these are two things, hungry and thirst. Because we are feeling hungry and thirsty. For that, we are working so hard. So it is completely our ignorance which is making us imperfect. And our attachment to this body, our attachment to fulfill our desires, sense gratification, is making us unhappy. Yes. So, can somebody show the screen? Prabhupada quote, I have tagged in the Gita4youth group. So Prabhupada says in the quote, today's quote, very interestingly, Prabhupada, he makes this statement. In spiritual life, we can be happy. When we realize that we are not the body, we are spirit soul. When we realize we are servant of Krishna, when we get connected to Krishna, then we can be really perfect. We can be really happy. Now nobody can understand it. Nobody can digest this fact, because we are completely engrossed in the material life. We cannot accept this fact. If you don't accept, forget about practicing it. Forget about realizing it. The spirit soul is perfect itself. But because we got bounded by this body, bounded by ignorance, bounded by the three modes, we are becoming imperfect, unhappy. When we realize, yes, I have some connection with Krishna, who is known as Ananda Nidhi. When we get connected to that Krishna, who is Ananda Nidhi, then we become Ananda. Just like if your mobile data is on, then we can get connected to internet. If your mobile data is off, then we cannot get connected to internet. So we should get connected to Krishna. Then we can be really happy. Ananda, Chidananda. Krishna is perfect. When we get connected to Krishna or get connected to devotees of Krishna, then there is a chance that we can become perfect. And Prabhupada says, he is writing a letter to Balavanta Prabhu in December 22, 1977. He says, there is no limit to perfection. First of all, understand we can become perfect on spiritual platform when we get connected to Krishna, who is perfect. But there is Prabhupada goes on, he says, there is no limit to perfection. We may go on improving more and more perfection, more and more. So we can serve Krishna more and more. We can become happy more and more. Just like it is said, Anandambudi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrutamreswanam. See, 6 Goswamis, Vrindavan Goswamis, the pure devotees of Lord, they are every time, whenever they think of Krishna, whenever they speak about Krishna, whenever they hear about Krishna, they release more and more happiness. Just like in the ocean, waves continuously ever increasing. It keeps on coming and going. So here, pure devotees also, they ever, forever, they release happiness. They become perfect and perfect, perfect and perfect. So that's why Prabhupada says, there is no limit to the perfection. We may go on increasing, improving more and more. Still there is no limit how much we may please Krishna. So that is Krishna consciousness. That is spiritual life. We can be everlastingly happy. We can everlastingly keep on improving ourselves. Just like Prabhupada says, just like for the materialistic person, there is no limit how much Maya can kick them. You see that? So Prabhupada is making a very comparable, practical point. Just like if you see sense gratifier or materialistic person, he wants more and more money and more money. He is never satisfied. There is a shopping mall also, more and more, right? So people, they never get satisfied. They want more and more sense gratification. At the one point of the time, they get frustrated in that. But in spiritual life, it's not like that. Maya, in material life, Maya kicks us, keep on kicking us. But in spiritual life, we everlasting happiness we can experience. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Sukham asnute, Akshaya asnute. A yogi, the Bhakti yogi, devotee of Krishna, he experiences the happiness which never gets vanquished. Akshaya asnute. Yes. So, thus, we can become perfect. In Krishna consciousness, we can keep on increasing our perfections. Similarly, we can become happy in Krishna consciousness. And that happiness keeps on improving us in our life. So, but for that, we have to recognize this fact. What is bounding us to be imperfect? What is the cause? What is the cause for my unhappiness? Is our asakti, our ignorance, our ajnana and asakti. Asakti towards sense gratification, indriya tripti. Ignorance towards the spiritual life, spiritual practices, spiritual knowledge. Because of this ajnana and asakti, we become ahankara and we get trapped into this maya. We keep on living like eating the, trying to eat the rabbit, trying to eat the carrot. Carrot, this story? The ass is trying for the gajar, trying for the carrot. But the master, it has kept the gajar. Master is showing the gajar and the donkey's ass is running to eat that carrot. But a carrot milne wala nahi hai. We are not going to get this carrot, this gajar. No matter how much we try in the material ways, we become miserable, imperfect always. So if at all we want to become imperfect, if at all we want to become perfect and happy, we should realize that I am not this body, I am spirit soul, and I am the servant of Krishna. I should establish my lost relationship with Krishna. When we keep serving Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna, then we can experience that happiness. We can become perfect by following perfect devotees by following Krishna, who is perfect. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Anybody has any questions, comments, devotees, what we discussed today? Yeah, over to all of you, please.